Hi, I'm Caitlin Gomez, coming to you live from the GBTA broadcast studio in San Diego, California. And I'm really excited today to be speaking with Sascha Meskendahl, who's the Chief Revenue Officer for Blacklane. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much for the invitation, and good morning.
So tomorrow you're speaking at an education session on the true cost of ground transportation, and we were kind of touching on this earlier. I'm trying to struggle getting my head wrapped around what the true cost of ground transportation is. So what does that look like for you?
Yeah, so actually what we do at Blacklane, we offer all-inclusive pricing. So that means the price that you see when you make a booking for your ride is actually what you get charged for at the end. But that's actually not that's not the standard in the industry. So we quite often actually face the situation that a travel buyer is coming to us and says like, oh, I found a supplier that is charging $80 or is like quoting $80 for a ride that your costs are $100. And then this is how we actually started our research and said like, we need to make sure that we compare apples to apples. And not only on the service level, but also like on the pricing. And then we look deeper into the pricing, and you're quite surprised what kind of additional costs you find in the fine print, like fuel surcharges, parking, gratuity, and costs you don't even actually know what it's actually for, like a safety assurance fee or something like that. And then if you take that $80 rides, you end up with $150, and then it's like our $100 is very competitive.
Yeah.
And we identified 11 hidden costs. We started the research with 7, then we found 10, now we're at 11, and there's probably more even out there. And we want to reveal this and make that transparent to travel buyers so that they can actually compare apples to apples.
Yeah, so they can be smarter purchasers, right?
Absolutely. So you want to look into the total costs, what it costs you at the end, right? To compare the purchasing and make an educated decision on that. And we will have a great prize that we'll give out, which is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
So do you think companies should diversify their ground transportation offerings? Like, for example, if different travelers need airport transfers versus quick little stops, quick point A to B versus like a long ride, should they have different companies in their portfolio, or do you suggest going with just one?
No, yeah, I completely believe they should go with all this kind of choice. I mean, that's the good thing that we have now there compared to 20 years ago when you only had taxi and rental cars. Mm-hmm. Now you have different kind of choices, and I think we are further down in the process that actually travelers can make their choice based on their use case. So if you have an airport transfer or long distance between city to city, you would use a Blacklane where you can really appreciate the quality of the car, the quality of the driver. Absolutely. You feel safe and secure, and you can maybe work or relax in the car. But on the other hand, if you're on a dinner, just want to go to the hotel for 3 blocks, you use a taxi, ride-hailing, public transportation. So, I mean, it's great that there are so many choices, and I think it's like making the best use of
all the options
choices.
That are out there. Yeah, right. So what do you see as the next biggest trend in global transportation?
So for me, a big trend in global ground transportation is actually corporate social responsibility. So the one thing is going green. So we yesterday announced that we have a green class. We are since last year carbon neutral by offsetting all our carbon emission. And I think that's like a kind of responsibility that we have, but also that the travel buyers have. And we need to make sure that we also like go there the next step and make ground transportation actually green. So that's one in the corporate social responsibility part, but also fair pricing to the drivers and chauffeurs. So actually we promise to our customers that all their travelers travel safely, and I cannot make this promise if actually the driver needs to work 18 hours or drive 18 hours to pay his bills. So I mean, when we talk about pricing, it also needs to be fair on that side, because with 18 hours driving every day, it's unsafe. Yeah. So that's for us 2 major things in this area. And then maybe a third area is also like additional service levels. So there will be self-driving vehicles coming in the future, maybe more far future than some people think. But what kind of service are you offering around this? Still people want human interaction. Still you have pain points. If you want to go from A to B to make it seamless. And we just yesterday also announced our airport concierge service, Blacklane Pass, where we try to make the experience at the airport more enjoyable, more efficient, and actually offer additional service around the chauffeur service and make it seamless and easy for the traveler. And more traveler-centric than just pure innovation, maybe.
Well, the self-driving vehicles still scare me, so you're going to have to convince me on that one later. But
it's a big topic, right? I mean, you have a lot of people that don't want this, right? And also, like what we always say, our chauffeurs that we have, they are doing more than holding the steering wheel, right? I mean, they're helping you with your luggage. They're helping you with onboarding the vehicle. They give you a local recommendation. They interact with you, right? I mean, people want human beings and interact with this. And I think it's more a kind of option that in the future people have self-driving and others say, like, I want to have a driver because I feel more safe and secure with this.
Well, Sascha, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Caitlin Gomez. See you next time at the GBTA Broadcast Studio.